Hi, this is Toby. Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
6:07 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Cyber Monday edition of the program.
Here's another fun way to kill time.
Well, yeah, killing time is on Cyber Monday where you go shopping.
Hey, stupid.
Well, it's not a stupid thing to do, but, you know, what can I say?
I heard that.
Anyway, welcome to the Cyber Monday edition of the program. That's the way we like to call it. It's Cyber Monday.
Hi, this is Toby Keith, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, we're rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Just rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit reign. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling.
See, I told you I was going to start playing Christmas music, Bonnie.
I think you're right on target with the Christmas music, though.
Right.
You know, with
Kind of started upbeat, you know?
December right around the corner right here.
Yeah.
Are we in the last day of the month, or is tomorrow the first of the month? I'm not too sure with that.
Well, either way you figure it, you're right on both of those, Bonnie.
Okay.
If today is the last day of the month, then tomorrow has to be the first day of the month.
Oh, thanks for answering that. I couldn't remember if we had 30
That was a
days.
win-win situation for you, Bonnie. Don't you remember that little ditty when you were in school?
Yeah.
30 days has September, April, June, and November.
And November.
All the rest have 31, except for February, which has 28.
28.
And in a leap year, 29.
You know what? I don't know why I was thinking sometimes that November has 30 days and sometimes 31 days.
Absolutely not.
It's true then.
We can't
Okay.
take another day of hurricane season, for God's sakes.
Oh, right.
It's over tomorrow.
Isn't that dandy?
Yeah.
I didn't even have to break out a single shutter this year.
I did, just for safety purposes.
Did you really?
I damn sure did. Yeah.
Were we having heavy winds when you did that? Some kind of heavy winds
we
that
did.
came in that.
I didn't want to take any chances in somebody's rocks impaling my window, so I shuttered up for that one,
Yeah.
for just a little bit. People thought I was nuts, but hey, to heck with them.
Hey, you save a window. That's
right.
Yeah, that's $200 right there. If
Yeah.
something should smash into it.
Exactly. So yeah, we're going to be playing holiday music. I don't want to say the word Christmas. Well, yeah, I do want to say the word Christmas, but then again, I don't, because somebody's going to gripe. Because, well, what about, Hanukkah? And there's Hanukkah, there's Kwanzaa, there's all these different holidays around this time.
Oh, yeah, there is.
So
Yeah.
I think if we just say holiday music, we cover all the aspects. What are your thoughts on that, Bonnie?
Holiday music, and consider Kwanzaa and
Mm-hmm.
all of the people celebrating whatever holiday they're celebrating.
Yeah, I mean, happy St. Patrick's Day. Why not? Why not?
But I think you're right, Evan. I think we should cover all and everybody who's celebrating.
Oh, definitely.
In their, with their faith and their beliefs. And
Definitely, I agree with you. We're going to be playing festive. We'll call it festive music all throughout, the rest of the year.
Yes.
All the way through the 31st. So we'll, pepper in some music here and there. And I've got a whole bunch of celebrity greetings that people have graciously done for me. Like Toby Keith recorded that for me way back in the day when I worked at the country station down in West Palm.
Oh, very
so
nice.
I've got all sorts of holiday greetings. So it's a Monday. It's Cyber Monday. Get online and start buying up goods, man. There's lots of stuff out there.
You know what's weird about Cyber Monday for me, Evan? I haven't ordered a single thing on the internet all year.
I ordered one thing and it came in on Friday, and it was a new set of pots and pans for my induction cooker. They got delivered to my daughter's house on Friday, which, speaking of my daughter's house, I had the most amazing dinner at my daughter's house Friday night while my wife was in the air flying home.
I saw a picture on that
Yes,
on Facebook
I'm
on
telling
Saturday.
you, she has the Ninja Foodie Grill just like I do. She went on my recommendation, and she cooked some ribeye steak in the Ninja Foodie Grill. But see, the kick was, okay, she asked me, have you ever tasted cilantro? And I'm like, no, I haven't. So she gave me a little piece of it, and I was like, ugh, this is disgusting.
Cilantro is this little spice that they put in salsa.
Right.
That makes the salsa taste good.
Right. It's like a green leaf is what it is.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
So I wasn't too fond of it. So she goes, well, let me put it in with the rice, and I think you'll like it, Dad. So they made sticky white rice, ribeyes on the grill,
Ooh.
and I noticed that her girlfriend, Ashley, was slicing and dicing some carrots, fresh carrots. Now, Bonnie, mind you, I'm not a big fan of fresh carrots.
Uh-huh.
I like the carrots in the can. I'm pretty simple. I don't like fresh carrots. So I saw she's slicing up fresh carrots, and I didn't want to say anything to offend anybody because I was a guest in her palatial palace.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm watching Ashley prepare the carrots, and it's just I'm observing what she's doing. And then when it came time to serve and the finished plate, which I posted a picture of on my Facebook page,
Everything looked good.
I tried the carrots, and I was completely blown away
Really?
how much I like the carrots.
Like, what did she do with them?
All right, so here's the recipe. I was waiting for you to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to divulge. So the way you do it is you take some olive oil, you get a baking sheet, and you put some tin foil down, and you layer the baking sheet with olive oil.
Mhm.
Okay, an even spread of olive oil. Then you cut up carrots into French fry strips.
Okay.
Okay, so you get the whole carrot, or you can go to Publix and you can buy them already cut up like
Yeah,
carrot
That's
sticks.
the easier. You pay a little bit more, but it's more
Yeah.
convenient.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay, so I did they did that, and then they put the oven on 400 degrees and put the carrots in the oven, and every 15 minutes you pull out the cooking sheet and you toss the carrots.
Mhm.
You move them around on the baking
You
sheet.
give them a little toss.
Give them a little
Mhm.
toss, and as they're cooking, they're getting softer and softer and softer.
Mm. Mm.
Now, here's the key ingredient. At the very end, you get out a squeeze bottle of honey, and you drizzle the honey on top of the carrots.
Yeah.
Like it's a glaze.
Get that sweetness going. I bet you could
and then you
use,
mix it up.
You could probably use syrup too in lieu of
Right.
that
You
honey.
could use maple syrup too. I
Yeah.
asked her about that. Depends on your flavor. Add a little bit of salt. Put it back in the oven after you've turned the oven off, and let it caramelize a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, that
Okay.
sounds. I love caramelized
So
vegetables.
that's the whole recipe.
Yeah.
So last night, I decided I was going to get adventurous and try to make this
For
dinner
Rachel.
last night. So I cooked chicken. I did shake and bake chicken in the Ninja Foodie Grill last night,
Uh-huh.
which, oh my God, was succulent. It was so good. And then I made some jasmine rice, and then I did the caramelized carrots. And man, let me tell you, pat myself on the back.
They turned out.
Ding, 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 ding. Rachel
Yeah.
raved about those carrots
Oh man.
for the rest of the night.
You know, that's like an easy recipe too. I'm glad you like relayed that to me and the
Mhm.
listeners because
Mhm.
it's easy enough to remember,
Yeah.
but it's like it sounds so simple that I guess you got to bake it and try it to find out how good it is.
It was amazing. And I did cheat. I did buy the carrots already cooked up.
Why
it was
not?
$1.99 a bag.
Hey, there's nothing wrong
okay,
with that.
no, it was $1.90. It was $1.99 for the bag,
Yeah.
or $1.99 for the bag of whole carrots. Same price.
Ooh,
So why labor over a cutting board
right.
when you can buy the carrots and just do it that way? So that's exactly what I did. I laid out my cookie sheet, tin foil, olive oil. Get that tin foil, olive oil.
Tinfoil, olive
Oil. That's
Yep.
a poet, and I didn't even know
But
it.
it makes it easier to remember even.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tin foil and olive oil. They go together like vanilla and chocolate ice cream. Well, sometimes that doesn't go together. You bake it 400 degrees, toss them every 15 minutes until they're to your liking and your softness. Pull it out, drizzle some honey
Yeah.
on it, just like that.
That's
Put it back in
incredible.
the oven, and away you go.
I'm glad because I'm going to make that one for Christmas. I
Total-
always look for a
total
new dish to
Total
make.
prep time was approximately 45 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a whole lot of making it all.
No,
Yeah.
very simple.
Don't you just love it when you try a new recipe and,
Mhm.
voila, it works out for you?
It was delish.
I looked up something on the internet last night that I want to make. I want to make a UP Upper Michigan pasties.
Pasties?
Yeah, spelled Pasties.
All right, let me ask you a question. Is it pasties or don't laugh when I say this?
Yeah, because
Okay,
I
you know where
what's
I'm
coming.
going.
I
You open Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know me. When you open Pandora's box, we go full tilt.
It's
so
not-
are you saying it correctly?
It's not a pasty, it's
Okay.
a pasty.
Just want to make sure this is not an adult orientated meal that you're fixing there, Bonnie, with pasties
It-
that are edible.
But I wanted to order some and have them shipped down here from Michigan or
okay.
northern Wisconsin.
Okay.
But I found the recipe yesterday, and doggone it, I'm finally going to try to make my own.
All right, very
There-
good.
Yeah, there's all kinds of people up north that do make them, and then once they make them, they're delighted, and they have to post a picture on the internet, of course.
Very good.
But
Very, very good.
It's going to take some doing. I'm going to even make my own pie crust with it,
Okay.
which is really easy. You just use like shortening. You boil
Okay.
the water.
Okay.
You throw the flour in,
Mhm.
and then you gotta mix it up and let it cool in the refrigerator
All
like an
right.
hour and a half before you use it.
And then Saturday's meal the day before.
Oh yeah,
Okay, because that was Sunday's meal.
that steak looked delicious, by the way.
That was
That
Friday's
looked
meal.
juicy.
That was Friday's meal at my daughter and her girlfriend's house. Then on Saturday, we did thick cut boneless pork chops in the
Ooh.
Ninja Foodie Grill.
oh,
Little shake
wow.
and bake with the ranch and herb.
I could handle
Put it
that.
in there, hit the bake button, close the lid, and in 20 minutes we were done, and it was fun and
Tender
it was good.
and seasoned pork
Tender
chops,
seasoned
huh?
pork chops in the Ninja
Oh.
Foodie Grill. Didn't have to go in the oven again, and it was. And this is the new one,
Yeah.
the Smart Max XL,
Yeah.
which does a lot more than the regular Ninja
Which
Foodie.
you paid around $269 for.
Now there was
the
two.
Smart
But,
Max.
well, here's the thing: there was a code, so it dropped it down to $219.
Oh, not bad at all. because
$219.
That's almost what you're paying for the
smaller
the
one.
the one.
Smaller one is a
you had prior.
$1.99.
Yeah.
Paid $1.99 for that.
Oh, good gosh, that's a good
So
deal.
yeah, it was a great deal. So
You got a steal on it then.
I got a steal of a deal.
Where did you go? Like what website?
I went on the
and
Ninja
what-
website.
Okay.
Now,
and
if you
then-
search around, they may have some Black Friday specials, Bonnie. You may want to dig around there today.
yeah, I was in Walmart and I saw those on Friday,
Mhm.
and
I think they were $1.69.
they might have been, but you know what?
Walmart.
I looked at one with a price like that, but I didn't know if I was looking at the new Ninja
Mm.
XL.
It'll
call
say the Smart XL.
Smart XL.
Smart XL. But you're
Okay.
best to buy it from the Ninja website
Yeah.
because this way, if you have an issue, you can return it right to Ninja, no questions asked, and they give you a 3-year warranty opposed to a 1-year warranty.
Oh, that's a good thing then.
yes.
I did find
Yes.
my vacuum cleaner though on
That was
Friday.
my next question. Did you get your sucker upper
Yeah.
machine?
I didn't get the Dirt Devil that I saw for $29.99, but I think
Okay.
I found something equivalent. I found
Okay.
the 3-in-1, they call it
Okay.
Bissell, like a little
Okay.
Bissell.
Bissell's a name brand, good
And
brand.
The great thing is you can pull off the handle of this thing and use that as a little handheld vac too.
Oh, I
around the
like that.
house.
I like that. Now, is it
Yeah.
battery operated also, or is it only electric?
This is a cord. The cord. I think it
Okay.
had like a electric, like a 15-foot cord on it.
Oh, okay. So you can go out and vacuum the yard if you want.
Or I can maybe vacuum the inside of my SUV.
There you go.
I thought about, like parking it up front close to the front door on the lawn,
Mhm.
but I don't want to leave it parked there.
Well,
'cause I
that or
don't wanna
just get
leave-
an extension cord, get a
A long
30-foot
enough-
extension, and then you're
Yeah.
all good to go. That's what we do in our house because, the vacuums, they come with this 15-foot cord. So then you got to unplug it, go to another plug in the house. So what I do is I get out the 30-foot extension cord that's in my garage
Yes.
and plug it into one place, and I can go around the whole house and not have to ever unplug anything.
that makes it really convenient.
Oh man, it's great.
Because nobody wants to be bending over constantly plugging things.
No. Yeah,
Here and
especially
there.
on Cyber Monday, without a doubt. Let's go to the news desk. It is 6:22 on a Cyber Monday. Let's see what Bonnie has for headlines this morning. Good morning, Miss Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The most active hurricane season on record ends today.
The 30 named storms included 13 hurricanes, yet Florida largely escaped. Why? National Weather Service meteorologist Mark Wool says, dumb luck.
An astounding coincidence, frankly, that as busy as things were, all of the really big, bad hurricanes stayed away from the state of Florida.
4 named storms affected the state, with only Tropical Storm Eta making direct landfall. Hurricane Sally, which came ashore in Alabama, did bring massive storm surge and flooding to the western panhandle. I'm John McQuiston.
Floridians who took a holiday road trip last week found the lowest Thanksgiving gas prices in 12 years. Florida gas prices averaged $2.03 per gallon on Thanksgiving Day. That was 40 cents less than the year before and the lowest since 2008. A 63-year-old Green Acres woman was killed in a crash on Florida's Turnpike near Vero Beach Saturday night. WPTV's John Shaman has more.
New information into a deadly 8-vehicle crash on the Florida Turnpike. We've learned a 63-year-old Green Acres woman was killed. Just before 7 o'clock last night, traffic was stopped on the Turnpike in the southbound lanes in the area of mile marker 173 due to a previous unrelated crash. A vehicle approached the stopped traffic and failed to stop, colliding with a pickup truck, killing that unidentified woman. The crash caused a chain reaction that damaged 6 other vehicles.
The coronavirus is blamed for another 58 deaths in Florida. That brings the statewide toll to 18,500. More than 7,300 new cases were reported yesterday, and that total now tops 992,000. The pandemic could mean a down season for winter tourism in Florida, but the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau is fighting back with a new ad campaign called Miami Land.
The great outdoors, whether it's our national parks, our state parks, our city parks, and our beaches, the outdoors. That's what attracts people now.
The Bureau's Bill Talbert says once the COVID-19 vaccine is readily available, he expects tourists to flock to South Florida in droves. A change is in store for virtual learners in South Florida. The Broward County School District is ordering all students learning remotely to turn on their cameras starting Wednesday. This way, teachers will be able to make sure the students are actually in attendance, and district officials hope it will lead to more student engagement. And lastly, some $20,000 in coins that tourists tossed into Walt Disney World's wishing wells and fountains became a Thanksgiving gift for Central Florida's largest homeless shelter. The coins were dropped in the iconic wishing well at Cinderella's Castle, along the waterways of the It's a Small World ride, and in fountains throughout the local parks. Disney periodically collects, cleans, and sorts the coins before donating the total to a Central Florida charity, the newspaper reported. With the region's homeless population rising, the company decided to give the money to the Coalition for the Homeless. Walt Disney World's Director of External Affairs, Tahina Ancora Brown, told the newspaper. A little rundown of the NFL scores. Action last night. Atlanta just stomps Las Vegas 43-6. And the Buffalo Bills beat Los Angeles 27-17. The New York Giants take a win, 19-17 over Cincinnati. Shame on me for not picking the Giants in the Pick'em League yesterday. Tennessee Titans beat the Colts 45-26. The Vikings over Carolina 28-27. New England beats Arizona 20-17. Cleveland beating Jacksonville 27-25. New Orleans beat Denver, and a quarterbackless Denver Broncos team too yesterday. And yeah, they were beat by a lot, 31-3. Kansas City downs Tampa 27-24, and Green Bay takes a win yesterday. On tap for tonight, it's Seattle at Philadelphia. News time 6:26. Weather and traffic together next.
628 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, no traffic accidents to report. It's a good-looking Monday morning, Cyber Monday, if you care to head out on the roads. If you got to make it to work by 7, you should arrive on time. No accidents. There's your latest look at traffic. And 67 in Port St. Lucie in Shibuya City, Japan. It's 51. It's cloudy. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Hey there, everyone. Steve Owen Weber here. A cold front heading our way today. This front's going to bring us a chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two as we head into the afternoon hours. Otherwise, today, temperatures in the 80s, partly sunny. Behind the front, temperatures are going to take a nosedive. We're going to see daytime highs as we head into Tuesday in the 60s. And at nighttime, Tuesday night into Wednesday, overnight lows, 40s and 50s. It is going to be quite cool out there. And on top of that, the winds will pick on up as well, and that will certainly have an effect on how it feels. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Cyber Monday, so good for me. Cyber Monday, all of the deals are online to see. Oh, Cyber Monday, they will guarantee that Christmas morning it will be there under the tree. Cyber Monday, so good for me. Shopping naked all day long and no one can see. Oh, Cyber Monday's working perfectly. Since I can't go out shopping 'cause of COVID-19.
Cyber Monday. That's what it's all about, Bonnie, as you know.
So are you going to be breaking out the pocketbook, the credit card today and doing any Cyber Monday shopping, Evan?
You know, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, to be very honest with you.
I don't know. You know, I'm looking at something here. It's a Lenovo. I know you just bought a Lenovo last Friday or
Right.
a week ago Friday.
Right.
But you got the laptop. This is a Lenovo IdeaPad laptop.
Okay. Read me the specs on it.
You got it. Lenovo IdeaPad 14-inch laptop.
Okay.
AMD A6 series.
Oh, forget it. You can stop right there.
4 GB memory.
AMD, not good.
No, it's
No.
229 at Best Buy.
Not good. AMD is not good.
So if I bought it, I think the screen would be big enough, but the maybe the fast and rolling wouldn't be fast enough. It would not be a fast PC.
Yeah, it just wouldn't be good. Oh, look, we got sleigh bells. Look at that. We got sleigh bells for the holidays.
Oh, I thought Santa was here.
I know, right? That's what I thought.
Arriving with my new laptop.
Wow. I mean, maybe he'll come through the door. Maybe he'll zoom in.
Crash through the
I
ceiling.
mean, it's magical. Anything can happen.
Do we have a chimney on this building?
I could make one.
We got to call up Mark Breckbell and find out if there's a chimney.
I could
on
make
this
it.
one.
I can make that possible.
Okay.
I could definitely make anything possible for you, Bonnie.
We could always build one now, couldn't we?
This is true. This is true. Let's do some viral videos. So even though Thanksgiving has gone by, there's a guy that's in Clearwater, Florida, and he thaws out his turkey by tossing it into his backyard swimming pool and leaving it there overnight.
I'm not sure I like that idea with the chlorine that could be in the pool.
Well, here's the thing, Bonnie. He's been doing this for 18 years.
He has now.
It's a family tradition.
His relatives are still alive?
Yes, the turkey's packaging is checked ahead of time for leaks, so no chlorine gets inside the turkey.
That's a good thing.
Okay.
Because if the chlorine isn't working either, the turkey
we
could
gotta
get
go live on
Here we go. Let's
Facebook.
listen.
So we were trying to clean the pool here at the international offices of IGA Network, and of course our thing broke. But wait a minute, this
Yeah.
is our family
There
tradition
he
right
is.
here. We got Uncle Chuck.
Oh, look
Say
at
hi,
Uncle Chuck.
Uncle Chuck.
He's ready for Thanksgiving
Yeah,
now.
We have our
Yes.
turkey. See
Yeah.
our turkey?
They look like a bunch of turkeys.
I don't know.
See the turkey
but
there?
it's frozen, and they say you have to have it, in the water, right?
16 pounds.
16
16
pounds. So hold
pounder,
on,
Bonnie.
Uncle Chuck.
That's a good size bird.
Here
too.
we go.
Here it goes.
What are we naming
Uncle,
the turkey?
Uncle Chuck's going to throw it in.
Donald.
It's Donald the turkey.
Uncle Chuck does the
We're
chucking
gonna
of
stick
turkey.
A fork in it. Here it goes.
There it goes.
Oh!
Wow.
And there it
So
goes.
yes, folks.
And
we,
it
We
floated.
saw our turkey in the pool. That's how you
So
do
there
it.
you go.
And I guess it's left in that pool staying overnight
It stays overnight
for like
and,
18 hours.
Yep,
It
and then when
thaws.
it thaws out, and it's done.
And that's just how you do it Florida style,
Yeah.
I guess. You can only do it down here.
I think that's redneck style, if you ask me.
Now, just think of only if there were an alligator near that pool, that alligator could have a feast.
Oh,
with that
definitely.
turkey thawing out.
Definitely. So here's another viral video I found, Bonnie. Here's a good way to kill flies while getting up off your lazy behind.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody posted a video of a guy working in an office who has marksman type skills with a rubber band.
What kind of office is he working in where flies
I
are
don't know,
flying around?
But he takes aim and kills one fly and then another
oh,
with
man.
rubber bands. So, and I can't play the audio because there's an F-bomb in it.
Uh-oh.
But what he does, I wish I had a rubber band here to demonstrate.
Yeah.
He takes the rubber band and cocks it all the way back and he lets it go. And it, like, the fly just splats
He
everywhere.
nails it.
Nails it.
Who can do that? Could you
This
think
guy.
you could do that?
I don't think I could.
That's like precision. man.
Yeah.
He must practice this.
That's more than precision.
He can come over to our house and get some flies.
Yeah,
for
well, I
us.
don't have flies in my house.
I don't know where they're coming from, Evan. I had a couple more yesterday.
Did you leave the door open? Probably when everybody was over, everybody
Yeah.
going in and out. That's
In and
probably
out.
when they came in.
Getting the food in, getting things in, going in
Okay.
and out. You're right. But you know what? I heard you can open a jar of hot sauce, and
Mm.
the flies are not attracted to that. And
Okay.
last night, what I opened too was a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub,
Okay.
and I don't know if it was just my imagination, but I had seen 2 flies flying around me, and
Oh.
when I opened that Vicks bottle
Mhm.
up,
All right.
the flies were gone.
Okay. The other thing you could do, Bonnie, is buy some fly paper and put the fly paper down. And the minute they
yeah.
land on the fly paper, they're stuck there.
Yeah.
They can't go nowhere. It's like super glue.
Yeah, they think they're not too smart for that.
Okay.
When a no pest strip, right?
Yep. Exactly.
You know what used to gross me out, Evan?
Tell me, Bonnie.
I gotta say, you ever walk into like one of those old vacant houses, like
All the time.
out in the country, or
All the time.
but and you can hear the echo in there, and you can smell that the paint and the paint peeling off the wall. It used to
Mhm.
gross me out when I would see a couple of those fly strips up in there too of old,
Ooh.
and you could just smell that fly strip. People would have them hanging up, but left behind.
Oh.
That sort of thing always grossed me out.
Okay.
I just thought I'd share.
I'm glad you got that off your chest this morning. Is there anything else that grosses you out?
Let me see. Like many things, but I just can't really completely think of one offhand right now.
Okay. But that one really took the cake.
It does. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very
Yeah.
good.
Flies. One more thing.
Oh, sure.
Flies. Watermelon out at the picnic table,
Mhm.
and the flies flying on the watermelon.
Oh, that's just an extra added bonus. It's just an extra added bonus.
I mean, those little flies look like
they
the
look like the seeds.
black seeds in there. I was just
Yeah.
going to say, but they're not the seeds. They're the flies.
It's an extra added bonus. So when you go to bite into the watermelon
Yeah.
and you think you got a seed in your mouth and something's moving around, you got a fly in your mouth.
Protein.
Now that's
in
gross.
your watermelon.
There you go. So Bonnie, here's a question for you.
Yes.
How would you try to convince your little child into cleaning their room if you had a little child?
I would say
Your kids are big. Your stepkids are big.
Yeah. Oh, you're not going to Disney World this weekend.
Okay.
You're not going to Universal if
Well-
you don't clean your room.
Here's the thing, getting little kids to clean their room is like next to impossible. So I found a video of a dad who uses a megaphone to convince his little daughter to clean her room. Now, he sounds like a cheerleader organizing a fun group activity. Let's listen. Here we go. Wouldn't you know?
Subaru.
Oh, yeah, sure. It plays the commercial.
Oh, yeah. You could just like
It wasn't supposed
hit
to
that
do
little
that.
skip button right there. Yeah.
I can't hit the skip button
Oh, you
because you
can't.
gotta. They torture you to watch
Oh.
this commercial
Oh, yeah.
all the way through. So now here's the end of the commercial, and now here we go.
Are you ready? Yeah. What are you ready for?
She's thinking,
Are you ready to clean the room?
No.
Are you ready to go to the playground?
Okay.
Yes.
She wants to go to the playground.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
You got to
Let's
entice her.
clean the room.
And all of a sudden, like that, she's picking up all her crap
Yeah. Yeah.
and putting it away.
She wants to go out.
She
and
wants to
play.
go to the playground.
She wants to go to the playground.
Yeah.
So she's going to clean her room. He reminded me of John Candy in Vacation when the Griswolds finally get to Wally World, and
Mhm.
Candy's out there with that as the moose and that bullhorn.
Oh.
The dad in that kind of reminded me of him in that movie with that little bullhorn that he was using.
Ah, yes. I agree with you in that aspect.
You got to make it fun for them. You got to make. You
have to.
Yeah.
You have to make it fun, because if you don't make it fun, then you have to trick them.
Oh, I know what Gary does to entice Jaden to clean up his mess.
Oh, I can hardly wait to hear this one.
He plays Alexa, and makes sure Alexa plays like the slowest Barry Manilow song.
What?
Like a boring Barry Manilow song, and then he'll turn it up. He'll turn it up really loud.
Really?
And then Jaden starts cleaning because
No kidding.
he doesn't like it. He doesn't like Barry Manilow played that loud. So we torture the boy with that.
Oh my God, are you serious? So you torture poor little Jaden. That poor child is scarred for life
With Weekend in New England or
because
something
of
like
Barry Manilow
which
and things like this.
Yes.
You torture Jaden with this song.
But think of it with the decimals up real high in the house.
Oh my God, this is torture. Oh, I want to vomit when I hear this song. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's the perfect one to bother the little
Oh
kids
my
with when they
God.
don't want to clean. I'm not a big fan of that one either, Evan. Now, I do like Barry Manilow, his Weekend in New England. I like Mandy, of course, and several of his.
Oh, you like Mandy?
Oh, I sure do.
Are you serious?
I won't deny it.
Oh, how can you like this song? This is just so depressing.
It kind of is, but
Jeez.
it's Mandy.
Oh, Mandy. Why couldn't he name it after another girl like Matilda or something like that? Jeez.
I remember all my life.
That's enough of that one too. That one's out that one's
No.
in the pooper.
That one I like. Oh, and then I like this one. I feel the change coming. I feel
What's the name of that
the
song?
wind blow. I think that one might be Weekend in New England with the climax of it. I feel brave and
Is that Barry
daring.
Manilow?
It is. I feel like a pro. Oh,
Really?
I think. Yeah.
Is this it?
I think that might.
Yeah,
be.
this is it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I-
See this
when,
one.
When will I see you again?
Well, it just says Weekend in New England.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So that must
would be
be
the
it.
one.
Yeah. This has got to be it.
Such a pretty song.
Last night I waved goodbye.
Oh, that's more vomit material for me. I'm sorry. Oh, God.
But you picked the right one, Evan. That is the one with
Jeez.
that big climax at the end where he
Oh.
feels the change coming. He feels the wind blow.
Good Lord. I feel like I should be standing on the end
Oh.
of a cruise ship. Here's the end of it.
Yeah.
That's the end of it right there.
That's really pretty, though. I mean,
God.
I can,
That's disgusting.
I'm
Barry Manilow.
I'm considering you're not a huge fan.
Well, I only like one song by him.
Could it be The Magic? No, there's a pretty good one. Ships. Ships was a good one from 1979, where two ships that passed through the night.
I can deal with
And-
one Barry Manilow song.
And a good breakfast wake-up song, I Can't Smile Without You.
Oh, God. I can deal with this song. Wait, I got to find it here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so
You
let me
have a
hit
lot
this
of-
button. Here we go. See, I can deal with this song by Barry Manilow. Okay, this is a pretty good one.
Is this Copa Cabana?
Yes, this is Copa. Yeah, this one's pretty good. I can deal with this one because, like, when I do weddings, the old folks like to get up and dance to this, right? They think they're, young again.
Yeah.
So this is Barry Manilow and the Copa Cabana. All right, that's enough of that one. Okay. God. I'm really whacked out today. I don't know what's into me today.
He has those like Good Morning America breakfast kind of songs like Daybreak. That song. Sometimes when I run on Saturday morning, that song starts going through my head.
I will say,
it's
I will say this much. I
Yeah.
did go and see Barry Manilow in concert at the Sunrise Musical Theater once.
Was it Sunrise in Fort Pierce
no,
here?
down in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale,
yeah,
you
I
saw
him down in Fort
That-
Lauderdale once.
Did you have a heavy date that night?
I did.
Lady friend to bring?
I did.
And how did the evening turn out?
Well, I never saw her again. She didn't like Barry Manilow.
No wonder why you don't care for Barry Manilow
Yeah,
songs.
exactly. It scarred me for life.
Now we know the reason.
Yeah. 647, here's news with Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. A 63-year-old Green Acres woman was killed in a crash on Florida's Turnpike near Vero Beach Saturday night. And here's WPTV's John Shaman.
New information into a deadly 8-vehicle crash on the Florida Turnpike. We've learned a 63-year-old Green Acres woman was killed. Just before 7 o'clock last night, traffic was stopped on the Turnpike in the southbound lanes in the area of mile marker 173 due to a previous unrelated crash. A vehicle approached the stopped traffic and failed to stop, colliding with a pickup truck, killing that unidentified woman. The crash caused a chain reaction that damaged 6 other vehicles.
Floridians who took a holiday road trip last week found the lowest Thanksgiving gas prices in 12 years. Florida gas prices averaged $2.03 per gallon on Thanksgiving Day. That was 40 cents less than the year before and the lowest since 2008. A Palm Beach County fire rescue captain shot and killed by a friend November 2nd was part of an ongoing conspiracy with him to buy and sell prescription drugs and had elevated levels of some of those drugs in his system when he was shot, prosecutors say in a new affidavit. Jay Rind, age 63, had called Palm Beach Gardens police on the night of November 2nd to say he accidentally had shot Palm Beach County Fire Rescue Captain James Gilliard while showing him a gun he planned to give him. Rind was charged with third-degree felony murder and improper exhibition of a firearm. In a new probable cause affidavit posted Wednesday in Palm Beach County Circuit Court, prosecutors added charges of trafficking in morphine, conspiracy to sell oxycodone, conspiracy to sell amphetamines, and conspiracy to sell morphine. A Palm Beach Gardens police report from the time of the shooting said Rind told detectives he buys and sells jewelry and he had met Gilliard, age 48, about 4 years earlier when Gilliard owned a pawn shop in the Stewart area where he lived. He said the two had dinner at a nearby restaurant, and back at his home, he told Gilliard he was moving to Mexico and wanted to give Gilliard his guns. Rind said he was about 4 feet away from Gilliard, holding one of the guns and showing Gilliard it was empty when it went off, striking the fire rescue captain in the abdomen. Gilliard, who had spent 21 years at fire rescue, was taken to St. Mary's Medical Center in West Palm Beach, where he later died. Ryan Fitzpatrick threw for 257 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Dolphins cruised past the Jets 20-3 at MetLife Stadium. Fitzpatrick stepping in for the injured Tua.
Having each other's backs and supporting each other, I think that's very important because it is such a tough position to play. But, you know, I've now been put in a different role, and when my number's called, I'm going to go out there and win games for this team.
Also in the NFL, the Bucs fell to the Chiefs 27-24, and the Jaguars lost to the Cleveland Browns 27-25. Our news time is 6:51. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$6:52 right now in the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, there is an accident. It is way up to the north of us on I-95 southbound in Vero Beach at the exit ramp at mile marker 146. Once again, I-95 southbound. No roadblock from that accident heading north or south. Here in Martin County, a nice ride. There's your latest look at traffic. And we have 68, partly cloudy in Stewart. In Covington, Georgia, cloudy and 52 degrees. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Hey there, everyone. Steve Villanueva here. A cold front heading our way today. This front's going to bring us a chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two as we head into the afternoon hours. Otherwise, today, temperatures in the 80s, partly sunny. Behind the front, temperatures are going to take a nosedive. We're going to see daytime highs as we head into Tuesday in the 60s. And at nighttime, Tuesday night into Wednesday, overnight lows, 40s and 50s. It is going to be quite cool out there. And on top of that, the winds will pick on up as well, and that will certainly have an effect on how it feels. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
It's Cyber Monday, Monday, Monday. Monday. Cyber Monday. Avoid the stores, the lines, the yelling, the pushing, the stabbing, the shooting. Stay away from the parking lots, the food courts, creepy mall Santas, and more. Don't miss the deals, the steals, the online bargains, featuring high-powered, super-fast Wi-Fi in the privacy of your own home. Cyber Monday, Monday, Monday. Be there.
I love the guy that does those commercials. You
I
know,
know.
He's got such a powerful voice.
Yeah, it's kind of like the guy in the car commercials that go 99, 99, 99.
Right, exactly.
Only 89.99.
Just 89.99 without a doubt.
Which is, and you notice how they use the 99 and
Yeah.
not to round it out to the full dollar to make it
Exactly.
sound a little bit less
Exactly.
expensive.
Hey, so are you going to do any Cyber Monday shopping today, Bonnie?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I have to put away the pocketbook because I've been spending on my credit card here
Mhm,
and there.
mhm.
I even went into Walgreens yesterday and
Did you?
I bought some eggnog on my credit card.
Oh, I can't bring myself to wait a minute. You bought eggnog on a credit card?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because I didn't have any cash on me, you see.
What about a debit card
And I
for
just
your
wanted
bank?
it.
You have a debit card for your bank,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I just wanted to put it on credit because I'm saving my debit card money for my car insurance,
Oh,
which is
okay.
always a Merry Christmas to me every
All
time
right.
of year that's the time of the year my car insurance comes due.
All right, sounds good. We're going to let
Yeah.
you know that we're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and we're going to let Alan Jackson play out with Holly Jolly Christmas all the way up until the news.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you
Coming to you live from Stewart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
7:07 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Black Friday edition of the program.
I am not a morning person. Wake me at 10.
Okay, I'll wake you at 10, but just stand by because you're going to miss out because it's Cyber Monday.
Is this not a glorious day or what?
It is a glorious day because it is Cyber Monday.
I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay. Well, I know you're all jacked up, but you need to go and do what you got to do without a doubt.
Hi, everybody. This is Frankie Avalon. Season's greetings and best wishes for a joyous holiday.
Happy holiday. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. While the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday to you. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. It's the holiday season. And Santa Claus is coming round. The Christmas snow is white on the ground. When old Santa
I love me some Andy Williams.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yeah, that's Andy Williams.
I hear that classic every year.
Yeah.
And it confused me because I was going to ask if it was Frankie Avalon because you played Frankie Avalon saying Merry Christmas.
Right, right.
But it's Andy Williams.
That's Andy
right?
Williams. Happy
Yeah.
holidays.
That's just classic right there.
Yep. No, you're not listening to a music station. No, we didn't change our format. We're just kind of
We're not 24 hours of Christmas music.
we're just peppering in some holiday music from now until the end of the year. Not too much.
Yeah.
You know, don't want to overkill on the holiday music, but just to get you in the mood
We
a little
just
bit.
want to overkill on the holiday cookies.
That's it.
Which we don't have any here in the studio
My
yet
gosh.
this morning.
No, we don't. We don't have
Perhaps-
any holiday cookies.
Maybe somebody could bring us some some sugary dough
It would be nice.
cookies with those little pretty sprinkles
It would be
on top.
nice if you have holiday cookies that you would like to partake in. Please, by all means, bring them by. We'll gladly take them.
It would be sweet. And you're right, Evan. I like that little spark, that little holiday flavor you're giving the show.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's those magical bells
Yeah.
again.
Oh, tomorrow I'm going to wear my holiday sweater because
Are ya?
our cold front is coming in. And I think by the time we get to tomorrow morning around this time, it's only going to be 50 degrees.
Oh, wow.
I would
Okay.
even like to see it say 48 or 49 on the temperature scale.
Well, this Sunday at church, okay, is the day that we get to dress up and look totally ridiculous.
Oh,
We get to wear the ugly Christmas outfits.
okay.
And boy, what do you see mine?
Is it-
Last year, Rachel and I won a prize at church.
Do you have a picture of it right here for me?
I don't.
that
I
can
don't
see?
have. I don't have it, unfortunately. But last year, Rachel and I won. They called us up on platform, and we won the ugliest Christmas outfit.
Were they
So
like
we're going for 2 years in a row.
the zaniest kind of blend of colors? Did you have on?
Let me tell
too?
you, I got some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I've got some crazy. I have a jacket, and I got the pants and the
Oh.
tie and the hat and
Oh,
just the
man.
whole 9 yards.
I don't even think I have an ugly, what I would consider to be an ugly sweater in my closet.
Mm.
I just got like one of those garments that are unwearable. Like, I don't know why I keep it there and it's hanging on the hanger, but it's just there until I decide to take it out to Goodwill and toss the thing
It's unwearable.
and wear unwearable because
Okay.
it's just like one of those things in your closet that's there and you think you're going to wear it, but you never do.
I know one year my wife made an ugly Christmas sweater and she glued a bunch of crap to the sweater.
I like that.
And there was crap hanging everywhere.
That's getting creative. They should
Yeah.
maybe she could do that like with her class at school
Mhm.
since she teaches. Have
Mhm.
the kids
I'm sure they'll probably do some kind of a project.
make the ugliest sweater contest.
There you go.
Would be kind of a neat idea.
That's a great idea.
I had a teacher that was very cool. Her name was actually Mrs. Bucanero.
Oh,
So she was married to my dad's like third or fourth cousin.
okay.
But I had her like in the third and fourth grade, and every year for the kids around Christmas time,
Mhm.
we made a piñata. and we would make the thing in her class.
Oh,
And
wow.
I remember how messy making that piñata could get.
Now, I was traumatized by my kindergarten teacher's name. Very traumatized.
What was it?
You ready?
Okay.
Mrs. Lipschitz.
Oh gosh.
I kid you not.
Was it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Her name was Mrs. Lipschitz. This
Oh.
is no joke. No joke.
You know, when I hear
I went through kindergarten mortified that I
Yeah.
had to call this lady Mrs. Lipschitz.
You know, when I hear that name, though, I think of a brand of Carmex or a brand of chapstick.
She
Would
had
that be a great name for that?
she had the blackest of black hair
Yeah.
and the whitest of white skin.
I bet she was very beautiful.
And she had this hairdo back in the day that they go to the hairdresser.
Yeah.
I thought they stuck an air hose in her hair.
Should she have
because
like one
it
of those
like poof.
beehive?
Yeah, that was like
kinda
a bee.
where-
You would think she had a beehive.
Did it look kind of like the B-52s? Remember the
Yes.
girls from there?
Yeah, she had a
Yeah.
B-52's beehive hairdo. She had the blackest of black eyebrow pencil,
Oh man.
okay, and the reddest of red lipstick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had to look at this lady and call her Mrs. Lipschitz.
Oh.
I came home and my parents asked me what my teacher's name was.
Yeah.
And I said it was Mrs. Lipschitz.
And they were like,
I
"Say
got
what?"
sent to my room.
Did you really?
I did. I got punished.
Well, that's not fair.
Well, they didn't know any better. They had to call the school to verify her
Yeah,
name.
You were just answering the question
Yeah.
correctly, and there you go.
I got my arse beat because of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate it when, parents get things screwed up. Gary was telling me about a story last night, and I think he had only been about 9 years old when he woke up on Christmas morning.
Right.
And he woke up a little bit early because he came out in the living room because he had a nightmare. He had a bad dream.
Wow.
So his dad said, "Get your back in there. Get your arse back
Yeah,
in
you
there."
could say arse. You could say arse. It's okay. You could say arse.
With profanities in the middle, and and he was just like, "Oh, Dad, I'm sorry. I wasn't really trying to mess up Christmas or look for Santa Claus already. I had a nightmare."
But wouldn't that mentally scar you, though, knowing you have a teacher's name of Mrs. Lipschitz?
I would be talking about that one
Right?
to like.
I'm still talking about it 55 years later.
Was it Mrs.? Was she married to Mr. Lipschitz then?
I don't know.
A Mr. and a Mrs. of
Mr. and
them.
Mrs. Lipschitz. I mean, you could take that, use
No.
that in a sentence. Mr. Lipschitz, right? All over the place.
Oh yeah.
Like Schitt's Creek, that movie, that
Schitt's Creek.
TV show,
Oh,
Schitt's
man.
Creek.
I still want to watch
Oh, and
that.
see, you said it finally.
Schitt's
You
Creek.
never wanted to say it, and you finally said it.
I know.
Got you.
But you can say
It just came out
You
naturally.
can say it in the name of a TV show, or you can
Yes.
say like a dog, like a Shih Tzu,
Right.
which is a puppy
See,
dog.
there's another one. You would never say Shih Tzu on the radio. And wow, you're really getting to see the holiday time. You've been drinking too much eggnog.
And it's another one has been hard for me to say too.
Go
Evan,
ahead.
is the movie Meet the Fockers.
Oh, man, you got to be careful on that. Meet the Fockers.
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
See, you said it right. Yeah.
Foggers. You got to say it like if Brian Bosio was here,
Uh-huh.
he would say it properly.
Yeah, it would just come natural.
Yeah, it's
to
natural
Brian.
for him. But then again, he may flip it and do it the other way.
I know. It's
Oh,
just like-
Lord.
Oh, and if I see that in a sentence, whenever I be reading
Yeah.
that, and being on the air of just like, oh, I was trying to avoid that one, or it makes me nervous.
Yeah, totally agree. By the way, George said he's going to be making Christmas cookies and not holiday cookies.
Is he really? Okay, good for George then. I wonder if he has those cool kind of cutouts.
Hey, can you, George, can you send some down here, like via FedEx or something, to my house?
Yeah. You know what? I'm envying George today because it's Evan. You
It's snowing
said
in Kentucky.
it's snowing up where he is.
Yeah.
So that snow coming down, and he gets to make these holiday cookies.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to be having that sort of.
You have
day.
anybody having a birthday today, Bonnie?
I don't.
All right. Well,
No.
Chrissy Teigen
Oh.
is 35 years old today.
All right. Married to John Legend.
That's right. John
Yeah.
Legend.
There's
Clay
been a-
Aiken.
Oh.
Remember Clay Aiken? Like, we forgot about him.
I know.
He was like a one-hit wonder from American Idol.
Yeah, he came in. I I think he came in second place the
Mhm.
year I was watching American Idol.
He's 42 years old now.
Yeah, he was running for a congressman in, I think, the state of California.
Right.
He had gotten into politics a little bit.
Ben Stiller is 55.
Okay.
Bo Jackson, former MLB star, he's 58.
58.
Yes.
That was Bo Knows.
Bo Knows.
Wasn't he like Bo Knows?
Yep.
He was into like 3 different sports at the time.
Yep.
And just like hot action at every one.
Yep. Action Jackson.
Yeah.
Billy Idol, the punk rock god, whose biggest hits include White Wedding, Hot in the City, Rebel Yell,
Yeah.
Eyes Without a Face, Flesh for Fantasy. The list goes on and on.
And Blue Highway.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah.
He's 65 today.
Yes.
65.
I would love to see him again. Saw him in concert down in Boca one year.
Mhm.
And he was very good, I thought.
Yep.
Oh, he came to not Summerfest. Summerfest is in Milwaukee.
Okay.
He came to Sunfest, down here in West Palm
Yes.
a few years ago.
G. Gordon Liddy. He's still alive and he's 90 years old.
G. Gordon Liddy.
G. Gordon
Yeah?
Liddy. G. Gordon Liddy. Celebrating a birthday in the heavens is a guy that never ages. Think about it.
Okay.
Think about
That would
it.
be Dick Clark. right?
Bingo. Bam.
Yeah.
You hit the nail right on the head.
He really did never age too. He was just like, man, he looked the same in the
Yep.
90s like he
Yep.
did in the 70s.
The
I
American
swear.
bandstand legend Dick Clark celebrating a birthday in the heavens today.
And I loved it when he hosted Dick Clark's Rocking New Year's Eve.
Mhm.
And Ryan Seacrest started joining him too there for a while in his last years,
Yep.
which made it pleasant.
Yep. Mindy McCready, country music artist, celebrating a birthday in the heavens as well.
Melinda McCready.
Mindy McCready.
I thought she was still with us.
No, she
Wow.
died in 2013.
Oh,
Yeah.
was she the one that died of like a gunshot
I'm not
wound
sure.
on-
I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
You would have to
Okay.
Google that. I'm
Yeah,
not sure. I don't want
okay.
to give out wrong information there. Winston
Yeah.
Churchill. Winston Churchill celebrating a birthday in the heavens. That's the British Prime Minister during World War II. How about
Wow.
Mark Twain? He's celebrating a birthday in the heavens.
Yeah.
Mark Twain.
The author of Huckleberry Finn
Yep.
and Tom Sawyer books and Mark
Now, here's
Twain.
something to look forward to. We have 31 days until the end of 2020. 31 days.
Can you imagine that? I just got to pinch myself to make me feel like I'm alive here because I can't believe we have one more month of this.
Yep.
It's been a very hard year for some.
Ever since March 13th, when all this crap started, that's how long it's been.
Yeah,
Since March 13th.
it has.
25 days until Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
25 days until Christmas.
And then we're going to get some really nice holiday breaks once again.
Exactly.
I think I have off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday between both of my jobs,
Mhm.
including the one right here.
You're working?
No, 3 days. 3 days in a row I have off.
Oh, wow.
It's like, what am I going to do?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, Thursday is Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So we'll be here. You'll be up in Fort Pierce, actually, Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm on vacation that week.
Wow.
And then you'll be off Friday, which is Christmas Day,
Mhm.
Saturday and Sunday. And then we both return here Monday for the
Monday.
last week of the year.
Yep. I'll have to bring those fellas some Christmas cookies maybe
Yeah.
when I make the road trip to Fort Pierce.
Also today, Bonnie, need a timpani roll for this one.
Okay.
Today
is
the last day of hurricane season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
That is so exciting. And,
Finally.
You know, I'm glad that I didn't have to break out any shutters, Evan, but I was so proud yesterday when I looked around my garage
Mhm.
that I have those shutters so neatly set up.
Good.
And I have
They have to be organized so that you know what window they go on.
every single one have that sheet of paper with a sticky tape
Yep.
saying exactly where they go.
Yeah, we have a diagram, and then I also took a black Sharpie and I wrote on
Yeah.
every shutter which window it goes, and then the number.
Oh yeah, that
Like I
helps
did
too.
like Evan's office 1, Evan's office 2,
Yeah.
Evan's office 3, and I start left to right when I put them on,
Yeah.
so I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so
Because
they're organized.
You're right, because God knows we never want to use them, but
No.
it makes it so much easier when push comes to shove and you got to use them, and then they're organized and laid out for you.
Definitely so, without a doubt. It is 7:22. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk, and Bonnie is standing by with the headlines this morning.
Well, Evan, just like you said, the most active hurricane season on record ends today.
The 30 named storms included 13 hurricanes, yet Florida largely escaped. Why? National Weather Service meteorologist Mark Wool says, dumb luck.
An astounding coincidence, frankly, that as busy as things were, all of the really big bad hurricanes stayed away from the state of Florida.
4 named storms affected the state, with only Tropical Storm Eta making direct landfall. Hurricane Sally, which came ashore in Alabama, did bring massive storm surge and flooding to the western panhandle. I'm John McQuiston.
A scam targeting Aldi shoppers is circulating on social media. The Facebook post made an account named Aldi Store claims to be Jason Hart, the CEO of Aldi Incorporated, and promises that everyone who comments on the post and shares it will receive a Christmas food box. It includes a link that is not Aldi's website. The grocery chain posted on their actual Facebook page on Sunday to notify customers of the scam. These fake offer scams are common on Facebook and typically instruct shoppers to click a link to a website where they would provide personal information and or sign up for credit cards or enroll in subscription programs. You can always look for the verified blue check mark next to the store's page name if you are in doubt. Dave Prowse, the actor who physically portrayed Darth Vader in the original Star Wars trilogy, has died at the age of 85. Prowse's management company, Boeington Management, made the announcement on Twitter early Sunday morning. In the 1970s, the AP reports that Star Wars director George Lucas asked the 6'6" tall actor to audition for Vader or the Wookiee Chewbacca. Prowse ended up choosing Vader, telling the BBC that you always remember the bad guys. And with James Earl Jones providing the voice of Vader, Prowse was provided the towering frame for the black suit that brought the iconic character to life. And lastly, Floridians who took a holiday road trip last week found the lowest Thanksgiving gas prices in 12 years. Florida gas prices averaged $2.03 per gallon on Thanksgiving Day. That was 40 cents less than the year before and the lowest since 2008. Just over 24 hours after the Denver Broncos pulled all 3 of their quarterbacks off the practice field because of COVID-19 contact tracing protocols, they opened the game with running back Philip Lindsay taking a direct snap and spent most of the day with a practice squad wide receiver as their quarterback. And then things went about as expected in a 31-3 loss to the New Orleans Saints at Empower Field at Mile High as the Saints emptied the bench in the closing minutes. Now, head coach Vic Fangio said after the game he was disappointed in the quarterbacks Drew Lock, Brett Ripien, and Blake Bortles, who put the team and the league in a position where Denver had to play without a quarterback. Our news time is 7:25, and weather and traffic together next.
$7:26, a time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, we are seeing one accident. It's a hit-and-run crash to the north of us on I-95 southbound, mile marker 146, Vero Beach. No roadblock on north or southbound in that area. And other areas, St. Lucie County, Martin County, we're looking good this morning and clear. Expect a nice ride. Your latest look at traffic. And right here in Stuart, it's a partly cloudy 68 degrees, 35 and cloudy in Roskilde, Denmark. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Hey there, everyone. Steve Owen Weber here. A cold front heading our way today. This front's going to bring us a chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two as we head into the afternoon hours. Otherwise, today, temperatures in the 80s, partly sunny. Behind the front, temperatures are going to take a nosedive. We're going to see daytime highs as we head into Tuesday in the 60s. And at nighttime, Tuesday night into Wednesday, overnight lows, 40s and 50s. It is going to be quite cool out there. And on top of that, the winds will pick on up as well, and that will certainly have an effect on how it feels. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
It's the Monday after Thanksgiving. If you haven't started your holiday shopping yet, what are you waiting for? You're almost out of time.
It's happening today? What's happening today?
Cyber Monday.
I love shopping from the convenience of my own home.
From the comfort of your own home.
It's like it's
Black Friday.
Black Friday
On Monday.
and it's online.
So let's do this thing.
Let's do that! Buckle up! It's showtime!
It's showtime, 7:30. Straight down, not straight up, but straight down, 7:30 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie, and it's Cyber Monday, which means everybody's going to be glued to their computers. What else is new? I'm always glued to my computer regardless.
Yeah, but fortunately for you, Evan, you don't drink any alcoholic beverages.
No.
Because I've heard of those people that can, stay home and do their cyber shop and get all liquored up, and then these packages arrive one of those days.
It's a great way to drink and shop. You don't have to drive anywhere.
Yeah, but it's kind of scary when you forget what you purchased, and then
I've done that a few times. I get packaged to my house, and I'm like, what the heck is this?
Did you ever?
Did I buy this?
Yeah.
I got crap coming in from everywhere.
I would hate to sober up though and to find a package that I maybe ordered and maybe I overshopped or I overspent and it'd be like a whoops. I
went shopping.
That.
I went shopping yesterday after I left church and picked up a few things for the wife, and she's probably going to hear this, but that's okay. I'm not going to divulge what I got, but I'm I'm sneaky because, see, I can't use my debit card when I go shopping because she has access to my bank account.
Yeah.
Okay, because we have joint accounts, but she has hers and I have mine. And it's like, I promise not to look at her bank account info because, see, Gavin bought me something, but Gavin couldn't buy it because every time Gavin sends money, I get an alert from Chase.
Okay. Because
So it shows.
it's tied to Gavin's credit
Right,
card is
right.
tied to yours.
It's all tied to me. We're all tied together because he's a minor.
Yeah.
So therefore, on Rachel's side, Rachel charged Gavin's Christmas present on her bank account, but I made Rachel a promise that I would not go look at her, her bank statements or anything like that.
To
not
see
that
how
I
much
do.
she spent on Gavin?
Right? No,
Because
not
that's up to her?
no.
Oh.
No. See, Gavin needed Rachel to buy my Christmas gift.
Oh, right.
So I wouldn't see where Gavin got it from through his bank account because I get notifications from Chase every time he spends money.
Uh-huh.
So therefore, Rachel bought it and then Gavin repaid Rachel for it through Chase Quick Pay.
Okay.
Okay.
That's convenient.
So now I can't look on, I'm sworn that I won't look at Rachel's bank statement
and
that
you're
I
gonna
see where it came from.
Keep your promise,
Yes,
right?
I'm going to keep my promise
Yeah.
because I want to be surprised.
Keep it a
And I'm
surprise.
sure I'm going to love what Gavin got me. And now yesterday, I went shopping after I'd left church, picked up a few things at XYZ store. Notice I say XYZ store.
Because you can't reveal the truth. Somebody might hear.
Right. Somebody may hear. And then
Yes.
when I got home, I quickly wrapped the presents and put them under the tree. And then Rachel comes home and she's looking there and she goes, "Are those Christmas presents I see under the tree?"
Oh.
I'm like, "They most certainly are."
Oh, but you already had them wrapped.
Already
right?
wrapped.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had like a little package that came to the door and I had to take and hide it right away.
Mhm.
So I hid the package from Jaden on
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay.
And lo and behold, he came out with the package because he went perusing around the house.
He was
just,
being a little Mr. Nosy buddy.
Mr. Nosy. and
Mr.
then
Nosy.
He did go in my closet. He got the package. Fortunately, it was still packaged. And I said, "No, you can't open that."
Okay.
It wasn't even you have to wait till Christmas. It was just, "No, that's not yours."
Typical stepmom form.
I had to put my foot down.
Okay.
You see?
That's fine. Gotta
But
put
yeah.
your foot down.
But those things come from Amazon and everybody wants to peer in right away to see
right.
what they could be getting.
All right, let's do some stupid news.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
It's not Christmas music, but it still makes you feel good.
I know, right? So, Bonnie, you know what becoming a member of the Mile High Club is all about, right?
I don't know.
You kind
what
of have
it's-
a good idea.
Well, I've never been there, of course.
Okay.
But
Becoming a member of the Mile High Club is a very prestigious club. That's when you're in an airplane and you do the hibbity dibbity with your significant other.
the hibbity-dibbity.
You do the hibbity dibbity while you're in the airplane.
That sounds like a move in basketball to me.
That's why they call it the
Hibbity-dibbity.
Mile High Club.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you like sneak in the restroom with your significant other and somehow, some way you manage to do the hibbity dibbity.
Ooh.
That's becoming a member of the Mile High Club.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Do only the rich and famous do that number? I can see the rich and famous doing that when they have their own pilot and, that rich guy just has the one girlfriend on board.
Okay.
But it's just like, I can't picture somebody actually, just doing it at a plane that I'm flying on. And I'm not even flying on first class. I'm flying in row 34A or B on Delta.
Yeah, well, you're going to like
3
this
seats
story.
away from the bathroom, and I don't like them doing it next to me.
So here's an interesting story. British Airways is reportedly investigating claims that one of its airline stewardesses is working as a prostitute who offers adult entertainment during the flights and even sells her underwear to passengers.
Oh, that bad girl.
Okay, the unidentified flight attendant advertises her services through racy posts on social media, many focused on her feet and legs, and teases that she often wears no underwear during the flights.
Oh man! Now, does the pilot allow that to happen?
The pilot doesn't know about this. Okay.
Well, he should have eyes in the back of his head.
Well,
when he's
no, he's got
to
to watch the plane when he's going forward. Now, the stewardess also advertises underwear that are sold for $33 a pair, half the amount that it costs for a securing fee to later meet with her at a hotel.
She's making more an hour than she is while being a stewardess there.
Doing this as well as offering sex between traveling, she offers unspecified X-rated treats to passengers if the money is right.
Wow.
The stewardess posted, quote, "If you want adult entertainment on board, all you have to do is give me money and you'll be treated to a whole different experience of your choice."
She probably serves them up the free alcoholic beverages too. Probably many a men on the flight get a free one on her.
Followers of her social media pages appeared in no doubt as to what she was up to. Some saying, quote, "Hope you earn good money and stay safe." Another follower
Some people
replied,
be like liking her.
Another follower replied, "She is clearly prostituting herself and boosting her business by using photos taken on board British Airways planes." Now, British Airways has said in a statement, they told the news media that it has launched a probe and is trying to identify the mysterious stewardess.
Wow.
So they have not found out who this girl is.
Which one she is.
Right.
Now, whenever you fly British Airways, you're going to be wondering, is that her? Could that be? Could that be the one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, my. I wonder how long it's going to take to catch this diva.
Right?
Yeah.
My wife is asking me a question, so I have to respond.
Oh.
And she's asking me, where is the thermometer that's in my office?
The thermometer.
Yeah, the thermometer. I have those digital thermometers.
Does she have to take a temperature?
I
with
guess.
it? And maybe
she's making sure that she's all right.
Does that
before
make
she
you...
goes back to work?
Oh, okay. She just wants to make extra sure. I hope she's not having any symptoms. Or
No,
anything.
no, not at all.
It's just like something she has to do with that detail. To have you ever flown British Airways? Evan?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I have not either.
Not at all. Never flown that one before.
No, but it sounds like this person, this lady is, just clearly raking in more money and supposedly having fun at it too. And extra fun for others.
So here's a story from your home state.
It's
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I think I might have seen this one. Does it involve a turkey?
It does.
A turkey lurking?
Guy went out to his car early last week and found someone had stolen the back right tire.
Oh,
but they kept the car propped up by replacing the tire with a frozen turkey.
And you would think in Milwaukee it would be too cold to steal a tire.
The guy said, quote, "I've never seen anything like this before. I've heard of people putting bricks, but never heard of a turkey underneath. I hope you enjoy that tire because you could have gave that turkey to somebody who really needed
it.
Needs
it.
Right? As far as we know, the cops have not tracked down the tire thieves.
Yeah, the guy is not hungry. He needs his tire more than he needs that turkey now.
Only in Milwaukee. Would you see that?
And I saw a picture of that too this morning.
That was pretty funny.
It
and you know what's crazy? It's a Jennie-O.
Yeah.
It's a Jennie-O turkey.
Oh,
I could tell by the label because it had green on it.
Okay.
Let's go to Salt Lake City, where 34-year-old Joseph McLeod was arrested last month after he called his police department and threatened the police. He said he was going to shoot a police officer that night. So they traced his phone and a SWAT team kicked in his door.
Yeah.
But here's the impressive part. When they got him to jail, they handcuffed him to a bench and made him put a face mask on.
Oh, my.
And he ended up using the face mask to pick the lock on his handcuffs. He took the little metal nose guard out of the face mask and used it to pick the lock on the handcuffs. Luckily, he didn't get away. He's facing 2 counts of making terroristic threats.
Yeah.
And they tacked on an extra charge for escaping while in custody.
Wow.
How about that one?
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's go to Connecticut, where a half-dressed guy who was spotted humping trees in a stranger's backyard is behind bars on multiple charges.
What did he think? He was some sort of grizzly bear?
I guess he was trying to bark up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
According to a Nantucket Police Department report, officers were dispatched last Thursday afternoon to a residence where they encountered a male in a backyard, half-dressed, humping trees, screaming, and eating branches.
Wow.
The suspect ran into a neighboring house, causing its inhabitants to flee their home in fear. The intruder, identified as John Figner,
Uh-huh.
36 years old, subsequently exited the residence and was placed under arrest.
Maybe he has a little, he might have a little iron deficiency or something if he was eating branches.
He's got more than an iron deficiency. That's
Maybe.
all I got to say. He may need that little blue pill.
Yeah, or maybe he was craving, like if he was eating the leaves, he was craving lettuce and he just needed a salad or something.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Lastly, a bride-to-be was called out after moaning about a wedding dress she bought online. Now, the bride-to-be admitted to penning an angry letter and complaining the gown was nothing like what she ordered.
Oh.
Alongside the note, Bonnie,
Yeah.
she attached 2 unflattering pictures of herself in the gown, but the staff at David's Bridal immediately realized she was actually the one in the wrong.
I bet, let me guess.
They responded. Go ahead.
I bet she ordered it several months before and she gained several pounds after.
Nope.
No.
David's Bridal responded, quote, "You put the dress on inside out. Please put it on the correct way."
I wasn't even considering that one.
The bride couldn't help but laugh when she realized her mistake and confessed to having a blonde moment. She walked down the aisle and also got married with the gown inside out well as did her formal photos like that as well.
Was she trying to pull a funny at her actual wedding day, or
I don't know.
She really made a mistake and still wore it
She
inside out?
honestly made a mistake and wore the dress inside out.
Now, how do you make the same mistake twice and yet the second time doing it on your own wedding day?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
Well, of course, in this day and age, the pictures of it could probably go viral and it could turn into some sort of fashion statement.
I have
don't know.
no idea at all whatsoever.
Have you ever done that before, Evan? Like, maybe
I've never put a wedding gown on inside out.
Have
I'm
you ever
sorry.
worn a shirt like to work inside out?
I've done
just
it
not
here,
knowing?
actually. I never told you about it.
I never noticed it.
That's right, because my shirts are very, you can't really tell.
See, I got to be more observant with
There
that.
you go. But I have worn
Yeah.
I have worn a shirt inside out. Now, here's a good question for you. Have you ever put on a pair of underwear and worn them inside out?
Yeah, but you know what? If I have put them on inside
Okay.
out, but I'm OCD about it.
Okay.
To where I'm one of those where, now what if I'm in a car accident? I want everything on me looking perfect. I don't want my socks to mismatch. I don't want my underwear inside out.
I
So
check the waistband of my underwear every time I put mine on, and I make sure that the letters around the waistband, okay, when it says, I wear Hanes, by the way. I have nothing to
do
hide.
the letters have to go from left to right?
They have to go from left to right, because if you put them on inside out,
Right.
they're going right to left. And you can't read the
Yeah.
word Hanes. It's backwards.
And it
or as
bothers
they
you,
say, it's
doesn't it?
bass-ackwards. And
Yeah.
that will bug the crap out of me.
Yeah, you see, that would bother me too, Evan.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's just like if those underwear go on my rear end inside out, they're coming right off and they're going to be fixed right.
That means your booty will be bass-ackwards.
No, my booty would be fixed just right.
Well,
because it's my booty. It's got to be right. It's got to be right. My booty, man.
No booty there. No booty there. Just the underwear. It is 7:47. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. Well, a 63-year-old Green Acres woman was killed in a crash on Florida's Turnpike near Vero Beach Saturday night. WPTV's John Shaman has the story.
New information into a deadly 8-vehicle crash on the Florida Turnpike. We've learned a 63-year-old Green Acres woman was killed. Just before 7 o'clock last night, traffic was stopped on the Turnpike in the southbound lanes in the area of mile marker 173 due to a previous unrelated crash. A vehicle approached the stopped traffic and failed to stop, colliding with a pickup truck, killing that unidentified woman. The crash caused a chain reaction that damaged 6 other vehicles.
A Palm Beach County fire rescue captain shot and killed by a friend November 2nd was part of an ongoing conspiracy with him to buy and sell prescription drugs and had elevated levels of some of those drugs in his system when he was shot. Prosecutors say in a new affidavit, Jay Rind, age 63, had called Palm Beach Gardens police on the night of November 2nd to say he accidentally had shot Palm Beach County Fire Rescue Captain James Gilliard while showing him a gun he planned to give him. Rind was charged with third-degree felony murder and improper exhibition of a firearm. In a new probable cause affidavit posted Wednesday in Palm Beach County Circuit Court, prosecutors added charges of trafficking in morphine, conspiracy to sell oxycodone, conspiracy to sell amphetamines, and conspiracy to sell morphine. A Palm Beach Gardens police report from the time of the shooting said Rind told detectives he buys and sells jewelry, and he had met Gilliard, age 48, about 4 years earlier when Gilliard owned a pawn shop in the Stewart area where he lived. He said the two had dinner at a nearby restaurant, went back to his home. He told Gilliard he was moving to Mexico and wanted to give Gilliard his guns. Rind said he was about 4 feet away from Gilliard, holding one of the guns and showing Gilliard it was empty when it went off, striking the fire rescue captain in the abdomen. Gilliard, who had spent 21 years at fire rescue, was taken to St. Mary's Medical Center in West Palm Beach, where he later died. Some 20,000 in coins and tourists tossed into Walt Disney World's wishing wells and fountains became a Thanksgiving gift for Central Florida's, that is, largest homeless shelter. The coins were dropped in the iconic wishing well at Cinderella's Castle along the waterways of the It's a Small World ride and in fountains throughout the local parks. Disney periodically collects, cleans, and sorts the coins before donating the total to a Central Florida charity. With the region's homeless population rising, the company decided to give the money to the Coalition for the Homeless. Walt Disney World's Director of External Affairs, Tajana Ancora Brown, told the newspaper. Well, a scam targeting Aldi shoppers is circulating on social media. The Facebook post made an account named Aldi Store, claims to be Jason Hart, the CEO of Aldi, and promises that everyone who comments on the post and shares it will receive a Christmas food box. That includes a link that is not Aldi's website. The grocery chain posted on their actual Facebook page on Sunday to notify customers of the scam. These fake offer scams are common on Facebook and typically instruct shoppers to click a link to a website where they would provide personal information and sign up for credit cards or enroll in subscription programs. And you can always look for the verified blue check mark next to the store's page name if you are in doubt. And lastly, drinking hot chocolate can make you smarter, according to a new study. The researchers say it's because of some molecules in cocoa called flavonoids, and they make your brain work faster and more efficiently. According to that new study at the University of Birmingham in England, drinking hot chocolate can make you smarter. So have that hot cup of cocoa from your Keurig this morning. Ryan Fitzpatrick threw 2 touchdown passes while starting in place of the injured Tua, and the Miami Dolphins kept the New York Jets winless with a 20-3 victory. And Tua was inactive with a left thumb injury, so Fitzpatrick stepped in against one of his major former teams, and didn't need to do too much against the lowly Jets. The veteran quarterback was 24 of 39 for 257 yards with touchdown throws to tight ends Mike Gesicki and Adam Shaheen to help the Dolphins bounce back after having a 5-game winning streak end last week. News time is 7:52, and weather and traffic together next.
$7:53 right now to Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
No accidents to report right here in Martin County. Just keep in mind up in Vero Beach, there is an accident on I-95 southbound with no traffic backup. And that's your latest look at traffic. We have 67 with a clear sky in Port St. Lucie this morning. And in Beaverton, Oregon, showers and 41. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Hey there, everyone. Steve Owen Webber here. A cold front heading our way today. This front's going to bring us a chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two as we head into the afternoon hours. Otherwise, today, temperatures in the 80s, partly sunny. Behind the front, temperatures are going to take a nosedive. We're going to see daytime highs as we head into Tuesday in the 60s. And at nighttime, Tuesday night into Wednesday, overnight lows 40s and 50s. It is going to be quite cool out there. And on top of that, the winds will pick on up as well, and that will certainly have an effect on how it feels. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Man, 2 hours gone by, one more hour to go. And coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, of course, we're very blessed. He's going to be with us again in studio, Bonnie. It's Dr. John Millay, the superintendent of the Martin County school system. He's going to be with us.
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting to see how Dr. John is rolling with week number 2 now.
Yes, with week number 2, it's going to be interesting without a doubt.
Yeah, and we know that he had his feet on the ground when we first met him, and last week he did too.
Well, last week was only a partial week.
And look at his feet are on the ground today too.
Yeah, they're on the ground. He's got the
nice
bow
shoes.
tie. He's got the bow tie on, and all that other, all that other good stuff hanging in there.
He belongs like on the front of a GQ magazine, man.
Right.
It's just like dressed to the hilt.
Right, exactly. He's dapper. He's got the bow tie, the shirt.
Oh yeah.
He's all all privy and ready to go.
And even the cool blue glasses match the tie and the shirt, and everything coordinated.
It's got
and
to be
going
matching. It's got to be matching. He's going to be with us coming up. Anyway, we're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and then we'll be speaking with Dr. John Millay, the superintendent of the Martin County School Board. He'll be here to give us an update on what's going on. In the meantime, we'll let you listen to some Dean Martin, and Dean will take us all the way up to the news, part of the Rat Pack. We'll be back.
When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really grab me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Yeah.
And there was like a Grammy Award show or something going on where Sting and Trudy were in the audience, and Jose was doing a Sting song, and I think it might have been it was either free set them free, but he was totally like not nailing it.
Right. Wow.
With the vocals a little bit off.
Wow.
And so it was like one of those funny posts that you see because the cameras kept panning to Sting and Trudy in the audience.
Right.
And the look on Sting's face was priceless.
Wow. Wow.
He's thinking, I know you're a legend, Jose, but what are you doing to my song?
Yeah, he's a great performer if you ever get a chance. He's really, really good. Joining us this morning live in studio is the superintendent of Martin County Schools, Dr. John Millay, is with us once again. John, good morning and welcome to the program. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Hope you all had a happy holiday season.
We did. You seem a little verklempt this morning after a little bit of a long weekend for you, right?
Long weekend, been moving, unpacking, those types of things. But it's been a great holiday weekend.
Good for you. Good for you. Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Bonnie and I had a bet this morning. We were like, is he going to show or is he going to call? Is he going to show? And we're like, let's just open the door just in case.
Yeah, and that was like right around 7.
Yeah.
I told Evan he's probably going to arrive.
Yeah.
Let's just have this door open.
Yeah, we'll just plan on having it open this way going forward. So if you decide to show up, you're here. If
Thank
not,
you.
This way, it's always there. We'll just give you a key. That's all.
Yeah,
Just let yourself in. Anyway, let's tick through some things. I got the bullet points here in front of me. Let's talk a little bit about the Parent University workshop that's going to be held.
Well, the Parent University is a great educational, informational system for parents, those that are working with our students. And they're presented and they come via Zoom. We have different topics each month. They're in English and in Spanish. For instance, last month, there's been so much with online learning. So they did sessions, their most recent, on technology usage, and any questions or helpful hints parents need, they can Zoom right in and ask those questions, get a lot of the commonly issues that people have with their technology. So this coming week is going to be talking about the district's response to COVID-19. So the parents will get an in-depth look of all the health-related risk mitigation protocols we use, how we handle positive cases and the identification of close contacts, just the basic walkthrough of how we sanitize things and how we keep things safe for our kids. And I'll shout out to all of our maintenance, custodial staff, and the teachers in the classroom. All those administrators, they're keeping everything clean. They're trying to monitor as best they can. Our 6 feet of social distance and the little masks that all the kids and staff are wearing. So they're really trying to stay on top of it. It's a major task, as you know, and I really feel like they're doing the very best they can.
Yeah, I noticed I see the little kids with the masks, and I speak to some parents that I know that have kids in the Martin County school system, and they say the teachers are really, and the staff and just everybody is going above and beyond the call of duty for this.
They really are. When I visit classrooms this past week, I was in one, and you see the synchronous instruction going on where the teacher's teaching, the kids have their little masks on. Of course, he or she's being very careful when they're doing that. And then they have the camera on. So the students at home, you can see their faces, and I'll usually kind of peep over at the camera, and you can wave. Of course, when they're home, they don't have to have their mask on there. But we do want to have, I guess, the public help us anytime on the weekends and those family gatherings where they're going to be with friends. The more we can be careful when we're outside of school, because that's how it gets brought into school.
Right.
So if you'll kind of help us, I know it's aggravating, those masks. Nobody likes them, but it's a nice deterrent. It's one more piece of the safety puzzle.
Have you been a little bit on the worried side about the people meeting for the holiday and Thanksgiving and everything, and then coming back to school? And I guess just the way the media is saying, it could be the worst time now.
And you know, you don't know how much of it gets sensationalized, because we want the story with social media. I like to think that, we've not been through the second wave of this pandemic. I think it has reared up a little higher amounts this past few weeks. We're just going to continue to do our safe processes. So we check temperatures. We go through the 5 little tests with those staff and the kids, if you've been around, if you've been exposed, those types of things, if you had fever. So we just try to keep the strict protocol, just like the medical community would do, and that keeps us safe.
Evan's wife is a teacher too, and she was looking for the thermometer this
she was
morning.
looking at the thermometer this morning just to make sure, because she just got back in town. She was out of town, so she wanted to make sure her temperature was normal before she left the house.
Right.
She was feeling fine, but just as a safety precaution.
Yeah, that's smart.
Let's talk a little bit about the school board workshop that's going to be at 3:00 tomorrow.
Sure. For those that don't always tune in or know how the school board works, they have a workshop the first Tuesday of each month. And at that workshop, there's always a variety of topics that they just discuss. There's no action at a workshop unless they have a special meeting after. But so the workshop is a time where they go over different, maybe it's policy information, it's agenda items they need more time to discuss and have more information before the regular monthly meeting, which is the 3rd Tuesday of the month. So this month, we're looking at there's always typically different policy updates and things like that. And of course, with me being an appointed superintendent, at the end of the year, there will be an evaluation process where they're always looking for things that you're doing that they like to see, maybe some areas that they'd like to see more work on. So that'll be this coming tomorrow. They'll be talking about the superintendent evaluation process, and we just look at the instrument and kind of agree of how we go about building the evidence and things throughout the year. So when we report out this coming summer, some of those, how we've attacked and accomplished some of the goals and priorities, and then the next step. So that process has been starting.
So you guys kind of you have a meeting like every month, don't you?
Yeah, at the beginning of the month is the workshop, and then the middle of the month, the 3rd Tuesday, is the actual meeting where they conduct and approve or disapprove of different items. So this is kind of a conversational meeting, the workshop.
Yeah, it sounds like it's much needed, though.
Oh,
and
sure.
Then, like you said, you evaluate and compare from last year and see where you can make improvements. And
yes,
and
always.
you're taking care of 4 schools, so I can see why you probably need a monthly meeting.
Oh, there's actually more than that. We have our 3 high schools, we have the 5 middle schools, all the elementary.
Gosh, I forgot all about the middle schools.
You got all the middle schools. You got the elementary schools.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the higher echelon. You're right. Wow.
Right. No, it's quite it's quite the enterprise.
Oh
yeah,
county schools, and that's an interesting thing. Sometimes people, when it's holidays in any school district, they'll say, "Oh, you work in the summer, you work in the holidays. What do you do?" Well, typically in here it's the second largest employer, but the schools, there's so many different employees to keep payroll moving, to keep benefits, and to keep the buildings maintained when school is out. We have people over this holiday break making sure that things are clean and safe and ready for the staff. So it's quite the business enterprise, the school district. It's a lot of employees, over 2,000 employees, and a lot of students and a lot of interactions, people coming in and off our campuses every day. It's a lot of upkeep.
That's a great employer.
By the way, one of our Facebook watchers just told me to he asked me to do a little jab, and he said, "How about those Gators?" because they beat Kentucky.
That's right.
Over the weekend.
Yeah, you know.
So he
happen.
says, mention to the superintendent, say, how about those Gators? I'm like, all right, I'll mention it. But,
I'm a Floridian now, so
that's right.
I'm going to pull for those Gators too.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now you're gonna just be rooting for several teams.
Yeah,
You've got a lot of teams to root for.
I have a daughter at UK, so she's takes care of that. So it's kind of interesting, college ball, and everybody follows their favorite team.
Yeah, I'd like to see when dad and daughter get together and watch a game on TV. Now the dad's a Floridian and daughter is still either a Cardinal?
Yeah,
is it?
Cardinal,
UK. So it's like, wow, a little
Wildcats.
competition there now.
I was considering matching jerseys, but maybe not
Yeah,
with
there
the
you go.
competition.
No. John, 2 years ago in November, Martin County voters generously approved a 0.5-cent sales tax increase to fund the critical capital projects throughout the district. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with all of that.
Well, with that, we want to say thank you to the good people of Martin County who not only prioritize education as something that they value, but they want those facilities to look nice too. And over the past decade throughout Florida, the legislature has cut some of the capital funding for school districts, and that resulted in some backlog throughout the state of Florida, not just Martin County, but the entire state. So the Martin County's portion, there's a 0.5-cent sales tax that'll generate approximately $112 million through 2025. And that's going to, some of the big things of the community will say, what is that doing for Martin County? Well, there's going to be 2 brand new elementary schools that we're starting construction on very soon. Jensen Beach Elementary and Palm City Elementary Schools, those are going to be new construction. They'll be on site, the same footprint where the other sat right behind it or beside it is the way the building plans. So students will be in their old building as the new one's being constructed, basically in their backyard.
Wow.
But those campuses are going to be state of the art, safe. The parking is situations and where you have people coming in off the streets. Sometimes they can get backed up with us having the community neighborhood schools. So the parking should be decongested and those types of things. So those 2 projects are just super exciting for those school communities. But in all of our facilities, if you're in any one of our school facilities, what we call hardening the buildings, which would be those front vestibules where people come in and out, and any entry or exit throughout. So anywhere there would be a door, we're looking at making sure that all those areas are upgraded, safe, locked, have, there's those systems in place where people have to buzz in and announce their presence and typically sign in, maybe take your picture just to keep us safe. There's been a lot of tragedy occur over the years that, that we've learned from, and we do not want that to happen in our district. And the way one proactive thing we are doing as a school district, our Board of Education, has made this a big priority to make sure all of our building campuses and the offices and the entire building is safe and secured. So we can have all this hardware, and that's what there's a premium, a cost that we have to spend. But I want to share the number one thing we can do every day is follow our procedures. We have to keep those doors locked, make sure we're not. Sometimes kids can, they see somebody knocking on a side door, they can open it, that type of thing. You can breach your security so fast, but just our parents having their eyes and ears open, helping us driving slow on the campuses, just all that helps keep us safe. So it truly is a community working together when it comes to safety.
Are there any, I remember picking up my stepkids from school and, where you go around that little area and then they come out of the school.
Yeah, the parent drop off loops
Yeah.
and things like that. There's pickup and drop off.
Is there any extra security to make sure the right people are picking up the kids? I've always wondered a little bit about that.
Each school, their processes are similar. They all do it just a smidge different, but they basically have an identification in cars, and they'll be out there with remote walkie-talkies, and they're calling names in and calling kids out to make sure that the kids match up with the car. You can just imagine if you just have several dozen say, "Oh, grandma's picking Billy up today instead of me." All right, what's their car? Are they on the card? So in those situations when you're picking your child up or dropping them off, just know it's if it's going a little slower, it's because someone cares and they want to make sure that the child's getting in and out of the car with the right person.
Right.
So sometimes people it's just human nature. We can get a little upset when we're running behind or starting our busy day, but it's usually because of being safe and making sure they're going, getting in and out and going with the right person. One other thing, you'll see this lanyard like around my neck, of course, but it has an ID badge, and every student and every staff member. So that's just one way that we make sure we stay safe, that everybody's identifiable, and that's very important when our kids get on the buses. That they're.
I like that badge. It's a classy
we know who's
looking
getting in and off of
kind
the
of badge too.
in and off the bus, so it's kind of we keep a constant inventory of where our kids are at. Then there's even this little safety thing on the back, which is all of our adults employees would have. So if you kind of hold this down for a few minutes, well, it won't be a few minutes.
Well, don't do it now.
Oh well, you'll have the Stewart sheriff and
we'll have everybody here.
Evan, we're going to be taken away.
These are just little simple things that we have to make sure if there is some type of event or tragedy, we can get help on the scene.
Excellent. Let's talk about Martin County School District's story time. And this is something that I would love to get involved in myself personally, with coming and reading to kids one morning at a school.
Yeah, this is a great families of toddlers and preschool age children that we always invite them to join the district on Facebook Live. This is on Friday mornings from 9:30 to a.m. That's the story time. The readers read an engaging story to families, and they share an activity for parents and their children they can do together. This week's the reader is Principal Stacy Schmidt of Bessie Creek Elementary School. Last week we had Valerie Gaynor out at the Environmental Center, so that rotates around.
Yeah.
People learn about our schools. They meet some of our staff. So you can look at our Facebook.com MCSD Florida this Friday, December 4th, 9:30. So that's always a
I thought that was mine for a minute. I have the same ringtone.
Somebody's calling in saying, "Don't push that button." That's what
I know, right. Now, when the people are on Facebook Live, do they go to the actual district office and they log in there on one of your computers, and that's where they read from there, or how does that work?
No, they're at different sites, so that they're given a permission to be able to air. They could just go onto the Facebook and get a credential wherever they're at. Kind of like when you all go remote,
right?
They just remote and go right through their phone, set that thing up, and reading the story with the kids.
Now, do you have certain people going into the schools and reading to the elementary school kids now, or it's all done virtually?
It's all right at this point. All this is done virtually over the Facebook.com website. Over time, though, that has always been a practice where you have volunteers come in.
Go right in there,
and we appreciate and reach out to people that would like to volunteer for the Martin County School District. Contact our district office. Of course, we want our kiddos safe, so there's a background check and levels of different volunteer service that you can do, but there's a lot of parents and grandparents, relatives that like to come in and help in the classroom at times, or maybe go on a field trip. But if you follow the process, that works out smoothly. Things such as business people that want to share expertise, those types of events, those are great. It's kind of like an in-house field trip when you can bring in a guest speaker.
Right.
So those that would want to read, you just contact the school and they'll try to, I'm sure, work you in a controlled fashion.
That's very, very cool.
And it would keep one busy who might like to volunteer.
Yeah, definitely.
That sounds perfect. Like, maybe for an older person who might be a little bit lonely, and maybe visiting the grandkids.
Yeah. Well, if anyone likes being around kids, another thing that I would reach out on behalf of the school district, we're always hiring bus drivers, cafeteria workers, maintenance, custodial type help. You can it's a busy market with times with COVID, especially. There's been an increased need in some of those areas.
I can only imagine.
Anyone that would like to be a substitute employee and work at some of our school sites, there's likely a job for you, and that would help. We're a great employer. There's good atmosphere.
Even a substitute teacher for a day, right?
Absolutely. So if they're interested in employment, contact our district office on our website. You can call and we'll get you in with our personnel department and see what we can line up.
That would be like a cool kind of way. Like if you ever dreamt of being a teacher, go and do it for a day and maybe find out and see if it's what you really want to do.
We have a lot of employees that substitute teach that do that. They have the credential, the background, that enough college hours where they can do it. And then there's another group to shout out to is a lot of retirees. They retire, but they want to help out a few days a week.
They like staying active. They don't want to just sit around.
That's right.
So we appreciate those substitute teachers and workers that help us.
What's the website that people can go to for that information and anything else pertaining to the school board?
martinschools.org. And if you're not sure if that doesn't work, just type in Martin County School District and you're going to Google us and it's going to take you straight. We'll be right at the top. And you can learn all about our district, the different services and programs, and links are all on our website. They do a great job.
Excellent. My very special guest this half hour has been Dr. John Millay. He is the superintendent of the Martin County school system. Just go to the website for any information that you may need. John, thank you so much for coming in. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short pause for the cause, and when we return, Randy is going to be here with the Space Report, so don't go anywhere. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
8:32 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for the Space Report with the one and only Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy Siegel. How are you? Wait, let me hit the button. There we go. Now I got it. All right, now you should be there. Good morning, Randy.
Doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, you know, life is good.
Like I tell you, that interview was great.
Oh, with the superintendent?
Absolutely.
Isn't he amazing?
Oh, phenomenal.
I'm already getting posts on our Facebook page. People are really loving listening to him and getting the updates on everything. They really like that a lot.
Well, that's what the station is here for, and that's what you and Bonnie are doing here.
Well, I appreciate that. Now, if you could give us the update on what's happening in space with Back in History on this day first.
You got it. In the last flight of the 20th century, on this date in history, the Space Shuttle Endeavour on mission STS-97 went into orbit and added solar arrays to the International Space Station for the first time in preparation for the arrival of the Destiny Laboratory module. Another big milestone as they continued to construct the International Space Station. Well, in 2015, on this date, President Barack Obama signed the Commercial Space Launch Competitiveness Act, and the bill boosted the development of the commercial space industry by uniting legislation with breakthrough possibilities in space innovation. And then Tom Crimmins was named now as the NASA lead for the interaction between the Biden administration and the current administration. So he'll be working on the transition team for NASA. It looks like Vice President Mike Pence is going to have one last National Space Council meeting on December 8th in this state, in Florida, probably at the Kennedy Space Center. Sort of a series finale. No one really wants it to happen because they don't want it to go away. They want to be careful with having a super spreader potential taking place. However, it's a chance for the vice president who has championed space to say goodbye and what his vision is for the future. The Japanese, over the weekend, placed into orbit a data relay satellite. This satellite was launched by an H-2A rocket, and it's a new communication satellite for the Japanese. We had a scrub taking place yesterday from French Guiana. A Soyuz TSA space launch vehicle was to put into orbit the United Arab Emirates Falcon Eye 2 satellite along with a mass of Cube satellites. However, due to lightning potential as the vehicle would be lifting off, the decision was made to stand down. So now the launch will take place possibly tonight at 8:33 p.m. from French Guiana. China's Chang'e 5 lunar probe has successfully completed its second series of braking maneuvers as it's in orbit around the moon. Now the vehicle is 124.27 miles above the moon. The intention of the Chinese is to land on the moon, scoop up a piece of lunar soil and rock, and then return it to Earth. If all goes well, this will be about a 20-year gap between the time that the last Apollo landed on the moon and brought anything back. So we wish the Chinese good luck on their quest. We also know, and last week I had reported on the fact that the Boeing CST-100 Starliner may be canceled. However, we have yet to have an official notice of that taking place. So currently, the Boeing company has pushed back the Starliner redo test flight to 2021. We do not know an exact date that they intend to launch, but we do know it's not going to happen this year. The big question is, while they consider redoing the unmanned flight because of the failure of the first one to dock to the International Space Station, is it a precursor to Boeing making a decision that they're going to just stand down from their Starliner? Money and COVID play a big part in all of that happening. Russia said that they will increase the number of Progress MS cargo crafts to the International Space Station from 2 this year to 3 next year. The Progress MS-16 cargo vehicle is planned to be launched on February 15th, 17 on June 30th, and then 18 on October 28th. This year, Russia sent the space trucks twice on April 15th and July 23rd. SpaceX is gearing up for a high-altitude flight of their Starship suborbital vehicle. If all goes well, in the next day or two, they intend to fly to an altitude of about 10 miles. This will give them a good idea whether or not their Starship vehicle actually has the wherewithal to fly in space. As we know, currently there have been multiple failures of the fuel tanks and not the actual Raptor engines, but this will give them a chance to show that they can actually fly their vehicles safely. Today's weather forecast is partly cloudy with winds of 16 to 26 miles per hour, while the Tuesday forecast is really nice with winds only 3 to 12 miles an hour. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Tomorrow we're going to tell you about Virgin Orbit planning its second Launcher 1 as Russia prepares to launch its Angora heavy lift rocket. So until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at 8:30, catching you up on what's happening in NASA. Let's head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where they are reopening this morning after a long holiday weekend. And Bonnie, there's so much there. It's we could take a whole hour and talk about all their food, can't we?
You're right. It's just fantastic and phenomenal how Chef Mark makes all of the different delicious items on his menu.
Yeah.
And you know what kind of sandwich I'm craving today is called the Big Dagwood. This is a grilled flatbread, and it's topped with a honey mustard. You get ham, turkey, and bacon in this one. Lettuce, tomato, and onion, and Munster cheese. So, yeah, order the Big Dagwood. That's the kind of sandwich I'm craving today. And comes with a side. You can get a fresh side of coleslaw or maybe deli black and green olives. Also, get a nice slice of some Oreo pie for dessert if you should have room. And Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart is now open. They have their patio back open today, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
Time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,770.10 an ounce, and silver opening up at $22.01 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:41 news time. Once again, let's go to the news desk, and here's Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. The most active hurricane season on record ends today.
The 30 named storms included 13 hurricanes, yet Florida largely escaped. Why? National Weather Service meteorologist Mark Wool says, dumb luck.
An astounding coincidence, frankly, that as busy as things were, all of the really big, bad hurricanes stayed away from the state of Florida.
4 named storms affected the state, with only Tropical Storm Eta making direct landfall. Hurricane Sally, which came ashore in Alabama, did bring massive storm surge and flooding to the western panhandle. I'm John McQuiston.
The U.S. Coast Guard says a 62-year-old boater who had been missing since Friday has been found Sunday clinging to his capsized vessel off of Florida's Atlantic coastline. The agency says it had been searching for signs of Stuart B. and his 32-foot boat since he was reported missing on Friday. A crew on board the container ship Angeles spotted B some 86 miles off of Cape Canaveral on Sunday. Coast Guard crews were headed to the Angeles to take B back to shore, the agency said. His condition wasn't immediately known. The pandemic could mean a down season for a winter tourism in Florida, but the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau is fighting back with a new ad campaign called Miami Land. The Bureau's Bill Talbert says once the COVID-19 vaccine is readily available, he expects tourists to flock to South Florida in droves. A 63-year-old Green Acres woman was killed in a crash on Florida's Turnpike near Vero Beach Saturday night.
New information into a deadly 8-vehicle crash on the Florida Turnpike. We've learned a 63-year-old Green Acres woman was killed. Just before 7 o'clock last night, traffic was stopped on the Turnpike in the southbound lanes in the area of mile marker 173 due to a previous unrelated crash. A vehicle approached the stopped traffic and failed to stop, colliding with a pickup truck, killing that unidentified woman. The crash caused a chain reaction that damaged 6 other vehicles.
Some $20,000 in coins that tourists tossed into Walt Disney World's wishing wells and fountains became a Thanksgiving gift for Central Florida's largest homeless shelter. The coins were dropped in the iconic wishing well at Cinderella's Castle along the waterways of the It's a Small World ride and in fountains throughout the local parks. Disney periodically collects, cleans, and sorts the coins before donating the total to a Central Florida charity, the newspaper reported. With the region's homeless population rising, the company decided to give the money to the Coalition for the Homeless. Walt Disney World's Director of External Affairs, Tahiana and Cora Brown, told the newspaper. In addition, Disney's chefs cooked up a Thanksgiving feast for 650 Coalition residents and other homeless guests. Lastly, Dave Prowse, the actor who physically portrayed Darth Vader in the original Star Wars trilogy, has died at the age of 85. Prowse's management company, Boeington Management, made the announcement on Twitter early Sunday morning. In the 1970s, the AP reports that Star Wars director George Lucas asked the 6'6" tall actor to audition for Vader or the Wookiee Chewbacca. Prowse ended up choosing Vader, telling the BBC that you always remember the bad guys. And with James Earl Jones providing the voice of Vader, Prowse provided the towering frame for the black suit that brought the iconic character to life. The Jacksonville Jaguars have fired general manager Dave Caldwell after a third consecutive season of double-digit losses. Caldwell has been the Jaguars' GM since January 2013 and has presided over only one winning season. The Jaguars are 39-86 in his tenure and have lost 10 or more games in every season under Caldwell, except 2017. Sunday's 27-25 loss to the Cleveland Browns dropped Jacksonville to 1-10 this season. News time is 8:46, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
8:47 the time right now. The Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
All nice and well on our highways on a Monday morning right here in Stuart. Port St. Lucie, the Fort Pierce area, everything looking good on the roads this morning, but drive safely. There's your latest look at traffic. It's clear at 73 in Stuart, and in Cadiz, Spain, it's 68. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Hey there, everyone. Steve Villanueva here. A cold front heading our way today. This front's going to bring us a chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two as we head into the afternoon hours. Otherwise, today, temperatures in the 80s, partly sunny. Behind the front, temperatures are going to take a nosedive. We're going to see daytime highs as we head into Tuesday in the 60s. And at nighttime, Tuesday night into Wednesday, overnight lows, 40s and 50s. It is going to be quite cool out there. And on top of that, the winds will pick on up as well, and that will certainly have an effect on how it feels. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The Get Up and Go show would love to hear from you, live on the air. Give them a call at any time. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:51 on the Get Up and Go show, and man, 3 hours just blew by today, Bonnie.
Yeah, just like it seems like that happens every Monday too, Evan.
Yeah.
And, before we know it, Friday's here, and 9 o'clock on a Friday, we're heading out.
There's those sleigh bells again.
Oh, I like that.
I don't know. Something's magical.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something's going to be happening in the next couple of days in here. I can feel it.
Maybe some reindeer landing up on the rooftop.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Santa might visit us. Who knows?
Oh, boy.
We have a phone call. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Good morning, guys, from Kentucky with our first snow.
Oh, hey, George.
Yeah.
Hey.
We envy you up there, George, with that snowfall coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just woke up this morning and the ground was layered with snow.
And
really?
That's a pretty kind of snowfall too, isn't it? When
wow.
the first snowflakes come.
Yeah. They said in 2 minutes. I just got an alert in 2 minutes. We got a layer of snow coming.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the temperature in Kentucky right now?
Right now it's 32 degrees.
32. So you can put some water outside and it'll freeze.
Pee in the wind.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll freeze also.
Do you
Yep,
like? Do
cloudy.
you like? Yeah. Do you shovel
What'd you say,
snow?
Bonnie?
Do you like shoveling
I
snow?
Yeah. Do you
I
shovel the
like
snow to
shoveling.
clear the driveway?
Well, let's put it this way. I'll send you a picture of me shoveling snow that was about 8 feet high when I lived in North Dakota, and I got 3 shoulder surgeries and pins in my shoulder. From
Oh,
shoveling
Lord.
snow.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
George did a lot of it then.
Yeah. Back in the day. Yeah.
man.
It was, he suffered when he lived in North Dakota, Bonnie. He really did. But he's still suffering now in Kentucky.
I hate to hear that.
It's the snow we get. The average snow we get here is probably about an inch a year.
Oh, my.
Yeah, but in North Dakota, it was like.
Hey, hold on one second. Let me grab my other line. Hold on. Let's see who's calling. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this? Oh, wow. Big Kitty.
A big kitty.
Wow, Big Kitty's on the phone, old George.
Oh yeah, okay. Big Kitty, what's up?
Yeah, good morning, Big Kitty. How are you? Good, good. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving? Did you eat lots of turkey? Okay. Did Fredo take good care of you? Okay. Well,
Wow.
that's a bunch of yeses.
Everything is like positive yeses from Big Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Kitty, I got a virtual snowball coming at you.
Oh, Big Kitty didn't like that one. Okay.
I thought he would like some cooling off here in Florida.
I wonder if cats like to go out and play in the snow.
I don't think they would like that.
You ought to see our cat.
Yeah, what does your cat do, George?
As soon as it goes out there, it touches it, it jumps up in the air.
Really? Big Kitty, do you like snow? No? Okay. Can we ship you off to where George is in Kentucky? No? Okay. Well, if you're not good, Fredo might do that if you don't behave. Yeah. Yeah. I heard Fredo, Bonnie, is opening up a new business, another one.
Oh no! What is he opening up now?
Fredo's Snow Removal Service.
Okay, well, that's much needed up where George is.
Yeah,
so
possibly.
So maybe Fredo will go
I don't
up
know,
there
maybe,
for a little
maybe
while.
Fredo will call us. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anything's possible. Big Kitty, we got to run because we're coming up the end of the show, Big Kitty. So we'll talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye, Big Kitty.
Oh,
All
Big
right.
Kitty's so sweet when he calls in.
Yeah.
Not much to say, but
No.
but I was a sweet Big Kitty.
Cats never cat never has much to say.
No.
Never. Don't know why.
But
Don't understand why.
we found out it
there's
sure
those
doesn't-
sleigh bells
I
again.
know.
They just pop on like randomly.
Wow.
You know?
Oh, Evan, I had to tell you. You remember when you talked about Dick Clark?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember Bayside Center down in Miami?
Yeah, I remember Bayside, sure.
Yeah, well, Dick Clark had a restaurant down there.
Okay.
And I happened to go down there, and I met him and his wife.
Okay.
And naturally, being from Philadelphia, he had a big special on Philadelphia cheesesteaks.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually gave me the cheesesteak, a lunch for free.
Really?
And asked me how is the cheesesteak, and he wanted an honest opinion because to have their chefs make the cheesesteak, he wanted to make sure it was the Philadelphia way. you know.
Okay.
And yeah, he made some good cheesesteaks.
So
oh my God.
did Dick Clark prefer cheese whiz on his cheesesteak or actual real cheddar cheese?
Cheese whiz, that is garbage. Ugh.
Okay.
No,
well, I'm
put-
glad you feel that way.
Oh, provolone cheese,
Uh-huh.
provolone cheese.
Okay.
Mushrooms,
Okay.
onions, green peppers. Oh yeah, and a good frozen ribeye. Okay, cut up good.
Oh, yeah. That's
And
the good old fashioned way.
Hoagie roll. Okay, not a sub. Hoagie.
A hoagie roll.
Okay.
Yeah, just like when you go to Wawa. Okay, they don't call them subs; they call them hoagies.
Oh, that's right. It's called a hoagie. That's right. God
right.
forbid we say we say
Yeah.
sub.
Well, they teach those in the Wawas to correct the customer to tell them that we don't sell subs, we sell hoagies.
Mm.
Oh.
It's totally different.
There's
I
a,
mean,
there's a
to me-
difference.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Not like Subway.
So I learned something. I learned something new.
Does Wawa
Yeah.
does Wawa have a pretty good Philly cheesesteak
Oh,
hoagie
yeah.
then?
Well, I don't know if they make cheesesteaks down where you guys are at. I
wonder.
know they do up in Philadelphia, New Jersey, Maryland area.
Man.
That's where the Wawas are at.
It's like if you're up in Philly, though, it's hard to believe that like they would compete because you guys actually have the real mom and pop shops making those real Philly subs, don't you?
Oh yeah, good stuff. Up here comes the snow.
All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna let it snow where you are, and yes, let it snow. And we'll talk to you. We'll check in with you periodically throughout the week and see how the weather is up that way.
Oh yeah.
All right, buddy. Take care, and I will hopefully
care,
maybe
guys.
see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.
God bless.
All right. Well, that wraps up another action-packed hour, Bonnie.
Yeah, as we get closer to Christmas,
Nice.
it's only like for Christmas Eve, it's only 3 weeks away from
24
Thursday.
days. 24 days away until Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very, very cool. Anyway, listen, we want to wish you and yours a happy holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and all that other good stuff. And, we have a lot of love in the room, and we want to make sure that we send it out to everybody else, right, Bonnie?
We sure do. And maybe best to toss away the leftovers by now. It's time.
Definitely. It's definitely time. We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and we're going to let Michael Bublé entertain you with All I Want for Christmas Is You.
You know that all I want for Christmas is you. And all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere. And the sound of children's laughter fills the air. And everyone is singing. I can hear those sleigh bells ringing. So won't you bring me the one I really love? Won't you please bring my baby to me? I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. No, I just wanna see my baby standing right